Twitter Tips feature arrives on Android. How to add links to a profile. Brittany A. Roston, November 20, 2021, 7:27 a.m. Central Standard Time. Twitter has gradually rolled out monetization tools this year, one of which is a feature previously known as Tip Jar. The feature, which allows users to add third-party payment links to their profiles, appeared in a test back in March, then officially rolled out to select accounts a couple of months later, followed by a larger expansion in September. Primacop Shutterstock. It seems Twitter has scrubbed the term tip jar for this feature, which it now refers to as simply Twitter Tips. The feature was initially available only for some influential users, nonprofit organizations, journalists, and similar. The feature has since seen a larger rollout. Twitter added widespread support for tips in its iOS app in September, and now, in the latest update on this feature, has announced Tips is also rolling out on the company's Android app. With this expanded support, Twitter users who only access the platform through the company's Android app are able to add third-party payment links to their profiles. Tips was introduced as a cleaner way for users to share their Cash App handle, Venmo account, Patreon, Bandcamp, and select other services. Twitter pointed out at the time of its initial announcement that many users were already sharing their respective payment links and tweets. The official Tips feature makes this process easier by adding links to one's profile instead. Users who click on a Tips link are directed to a third-party platform to send money. The feature is useful for creators who utilize Twitter to engage with their audiences and market their content. The social media platform remains popular with writers, artists, and others who utilize Twitter as a sort of social-based portfolio covering both sharing and conversations about shared content. Adding tips on Android. Twitter users who want to add tips links to their profile using their Android mobile device should first update to the latest version of the app. To do this, open the Google Play Store and search for Twitter. If the app is not currently updated to the latest version, an update button will be visible on its Play Store page. Tap Update to install the latest version of Twitter for Android. Once the app is updated, the newly added Tips feature will be accessible by tapping one's profile in the Android app, then tapping Edit Profile. A new menu item titled Tips should now be visible in the app. Tap it to toggle the feature on. Solarco Shutterstock. Twitter will present its tipping policy, which users must accept before the feature is enabled on their profile. From there, users will be presented with tip settings and the option to allow tips. Enabling that feature will allow Android users to add links to their respective supported third-party payment. According to Twitter, users will need to add at least one third-party payment account in order for the Tips icon to appear on their profiles. Keep in mind that anyone who clicks these Tips links will be able to see the Twitter users' information on the third-party platforms, including things like their $cash tag and any personal info the third-party platform provides to senders. Story timeline. Topics. Android apps, financial, internet, social media, Twitter. Must-read bits.